Okay friends, it's time to get started on replacing our tailgate handle. To do this, you're going to want to have your tailgate down. Now while you look at the inside of the tailgate, you're going to find 6 T30 screws that make their way all the way across. Remove all 6. Once you have all those out, move along to the inboard aspect of the tailgate. You're going to find that you have 4 plastic push clips making their way across. Remove the 4 of them. Once I get it pried up with my trim tool, I'll continue with some long nose pliers, grab onto the studded area here, and carefully finish pulling it out. Once you have all the mounting hardware off of this, let's continue by removing the panel. Carefully reach your fingers underneath the plastic. Be careful not to cut yourself. We're going to slide this and lift it up and away from the tailgate. Set that aside. With that out of the way, we have a nice clear view of the handle assembly from the inside. You're going to find that you have 2 rods, one leading to each side of the tailgate. To remove the rods, we're going to carefully get underneath the green tab and gently lift it up. Once it pops free, go ahead and grab onto that rod and lift it away from its locked in point. We'll set that aside. Do the same to the other one. With the rods out of the way, we're going to continue on to our 2 11mm headed nuts. Once you remove those, you're going to want to make sure that you're holding onto the handle because it's going to want to fall down and out of the tailgate. I'll hold that handle just in case. Let's grab this. We're going to give it a little wiggle and separate it. Now we're going to start pushing the handle out of the tailgate. As we do, you want to pay attention to this area up along here. You can see that it has an area that goes up and over the tailgate. So you're going to have to roll this out. Now let's turn it over and prepare to remove our lock. To remove the lock, you can use a screwdriver or even a pick. We want to come right here to this metallic clip. I'm going to get in between the handle and the clip and gently start prying. Pull that right out of its locked position. Now we can grab onto the lock from the handle and gently pull it up and out. There it is, friends. Okay friends, now it's time to get ready to install our brand new tailgate handle. Let's lay it down. You're going to notice that it comes with a brand new locking clip. Go ahead and leave it in there. Let's grab that lock. Looking at the lock, you can see that it has a small tab on one side, a larger tab on the other. Looking at the handle, you see a small hole, large hole. Line it up, slide it in. We're listening for a couple clicks here. There we are. Now I'm going to give it a tug to make sure it's completely secured inside the handle. You don't want it falling out when you try putting your key into the tailgate. That seems good. Now we can put this into the tailgate. When you do this, you want to pay attention to your ears right here. They need to roll up and into the tailgate as we install this. Now once I have it in there, I can see that it's perfectly flush against the tailgate. That's great. Now let's move along to this. you have a cutout area right here. That needs to slide over this area right here on your tailgate lock. There we are. Now as we put it on there, we also want to line up our bolt studs. There we are. Go ahead and grab onto those mounting nuts, start them on there by hand. You definitely want to make sure you don't cross thread them on. Snug them up. Now let's grab the rod and put it into its proper position inside the locking mechanism. Just go ahead and slide it right down there. Lock it down. Make sure it's secure. Do the same to the other. All right, so we have the inside put back together. Let's go ahead and test it before we put on our protective cover. Now we can put on our protective cover. Looking at the back side of it, you're going to find a whole bunch of locking hooks. Those should be facing towards the rear of the vehicle as you put this down. All I'm going to do is set it down into the hole. I'll press it towards the rear of the vehicle and I should feel them slide underneath the tailgate. I'll feel all the way along this. I want to make sure it's bottomed out. If it's lifting up, one of the hooks isn't in its proper place. Now let's take all of our mounting bolts, start them in by hand before we tighten any of them. They're all started, snug them up. Time for our 4 push clips. All right, double check everything. Shut your tailgate. Thanks for watching.